And what are your thoughts on the contagion of coronavirus, the COVID-19, and states reopening? Is it time to reopen?
That really depends on the state. Each state is going to be at a slightly different place, and some states have decided that they are ready to reopen. And I think that's a state by state decision. In New York State is going to be a little bit longer in reopening, but places like Colorado and Georgia, obviously, they've decided that they can reopen, and they've been on that path. And quite frankly, it's not been a disaster. So I think that they were right to make that choice. It's been, I think, about 3 weeks or so since 3 or 4 weeks since Georgia and Colorado, some other states reopened. And that being the case, we haven't seen a complete devolution of the situation there. So I think some states are ready to do it. And if you look at the map of the United States in total, there are some states that are just almost completely untouched by the virus. And so it'd be very simple to do a contact tracing program to track the triple digit cases there, as opposed to trying to track down thousands or tens of thousands of cases. So some states can do this, and they can stop the infection where it is right now.
You mentioned the southern states. The Washington Post has a headline this morning: as hot spots erupt, researchers warn of second wave in the South.
Yeah, there's every time you start to relax a mitigation strategy, you're going to see a possibility for a resurgence in cases. That's always going to be a possibility. That's why we need to be careful when we're doing this. Everyone needs to take responsibility for their own actions as we move forward, because there's so many measures that we can take, but we cannot maintain a lockdown for a long time. We can do it for 2 weeks, we can do it for 3 weeks. We've done it thus far, but we can't go on forever like this. And it's not because people are impatient. It's because people need to get out. They need to continue with their daily activities. And again, it's not like a selfish thing. This is people trying to go about their daily lives, because their daily lives include their essential activities. So as we go out and maintain certain social distancing practices, I think that'll be the best way to go forward without seeing a resurgence in cases.
You also have a background in business, an MBA, and business as well. How do you balance the economics and the health concerns in your mind?
Well, in most policymakers' minds, at least what it should be, is that good health policy is good economic policy, and good economic policy is good health policy. And that really reflects the sort of mentality that the Heritage Foundation that we've taken, is that the response to pandemic is going to be a delicate balance between life and livelihood. And those two are not different things. They are the same thing on a continuum for every individual person. If you try to save lives by crushing people's livelihoods, you're going to end up losing both. And so we're trying to thread a needle with the yarn here. So there's no perfect answer anymore. There's no right answer. It's just a series of wrong answers, and we're trying to pick the least wrong answer. So as we relax, we're probably going to see maybe not a spike in cases, but we're probably that decline that we have been seeing is probably going to taper off into a longer tail. But that having been said, if we maintain economic lockdown, then we're going to start losing people not just to the virus, but we're going to start losing people to economic woes, and that's not good. That's not good health policy either.